Welcome to yesterday's NBA news from the 1st of August, actually. We're in August now, which is crazy. Time flies by, even though it doesn't. It's crazy. It feels like time doesn't fly by for me, and then it also feels like it does. I don't know, whatever. I've had a lot of anxiety these last couple of days, so it's been tougher than expected, but we keep trying, we keep learning. That's all it's about at the end of the day. That's all we can do. Like, I can't help that I have anxiety from things I couldn't control, right? I can control how I do things now, thankfully, or at least somewhat control. Anyway, let's get into it. Just so you know, I'm with you. You know, you're never alone for that. Anyway, we had not much news, but let's talk about some of the news that happened. Chuma Okeke is heading to the Knicks, apparently. He was the 16th pick in the 2019 draft, which is far away. But, I mean, a bigger wing off the bench on a, I don't know what the type of deal, right? Probably a training camp prove it deal more so than not. Why not for them? Then Andrzej Pasheknis. Signed a two-way deal with the Bucks. He's a 7-footer that played 2 years in the NBA, EuroLeague guy. So, I mean, why not the Bucks, obviously. They're shopping Brook Lopez, which is an intriguing thing, right? They will try to duplicate it. I'm kind of surprised that they have not signed Giannis from Greece, with the way Giannis talked about him, and obviously he has had some experience in the NBA, and he's been dominating the EuroLeague. But maybe that will come eventually. Then Leaky Black is waived by the Hornets. Appeared last year, play with the Summer League team, is being waived to empty a roster spot. And Gordon Hayward retired after last season, obviously. Did not work out the way he wanted to. He's had a lot of injuries. In Utah, he was sensational, League of Legends player. And, I mean, what can you do, right? Injuries ruined him, and last year just didn't work out the way it did. And at the end of the day, he's had a really good career. He did his thing, and now he can safely retire and do whatever the hell he wants with his life, which, hey, that's the human dream. Anyway, we had some news about the Unrivaled League, which Paige Beckers is apparently going to be playing in the Unrivaled League as soon as she enters the WNBA, which probably does not mean the league should start in 2025 in, February? No, January, that's the thing. In January. And she'll be playing as soon as she's done with college, which obviously in January that's not the case. And that will be really fun and intriguing for her as soon as she enters the WNBA. She's already signed on to this 3-on-3 league, which is created by the players and owned by the players. I'm pretty sure it was Brianna Stewart and Nafisa Collier, while Nafisa Collier, and obviously it's backed by, for example, Steve Nash, Alex Morgan, and some other big personalities, and obviously American sports people. That's a great way to put them together. And the Unrivaled League is a 3-on-3 league, which is a way for the women to make more money in the off-season, while obviously a lot of these players have to go to Europe to make a living, or of course do some other things. Somewhat changing. The minimum salaries are getting raised, obviously, in the WNBA, and the league is growing a lot, so we'll see how it all works out at the end of the day, but this is how it is right now, and it will be 6 teams, 5 players per, and you already have Angel Reese, Jackie Young, Kalia Cooper, Ryan Howard, Kelsey Plum, Jill Lloyd, Arike Ogunbowale, Chelsea Gray, Nafisa Collier, and Brianna Stewart, and we'll see who else signs. My question is, will there be enough space for those players that are on a minimum, right? For those players that really don't get much money in the WNBA, how many of those will be actually in this league? It's my biggest question, but it's obviously a good thing for these players to have a safer living and be able to have the most amount of time and space to play and perform in the sport they love, and they can play professionally, and I think it will be great for just women's sport and WNBA altogether, so it can grow, which I'm excited about. And 3-on-3, I watched like one game of 3-on-3 on the Olympics, and it just been weird. It just looks awful. but hopefully they don't go full Olympic rules and they tweak it a little bit. And I think it will be a lot of fun because 3-on-3 sounds fun. So we'll see how that works, how that looks next season, and we'll talk about it when it happens. The only thing is, well, I guess I don't have much else to add, actually. Anyway, Olympics day 6. Today is day 6, actually. Today is day 7. Yesterday was day 6. So there's that. Yeah, my math has been off. Like I said, I've been dealing with a lot of anxiety the last couple of days, so forgive me for some mistakes, for some awkwardness at times, but I'm truly trying my best. And, this is what somewhat does alleviate the anxiety. This is what makes me feel more purposeful, more like I'm doing something of my true nature, of my true purpose. So that is that. Anyway, it was all women's tournament yesterday. Like I said, I've tried to watch as much as I can, but I mean, there's so much going on for the Czech players in tennis and in other sports where we've had a lot of disappointments, unfortunately, but I always keep an eye on a little bit. But I can't talk about these games in depth because they are always more so in the background than, me truly paying attention to them. But I did pay attention to the ending of Germany against Japan. Germany wins 75-64. A really great tournament for them. Satu Sabali, man, continues to be incredible. The only problem is that Leona Fiebig and the Sabali sister, that for whatever reason I can't remember her full name, the other Sabali for now, but obviously she's her own person, has her own name that I should have known. They both had an injury in the games. They suffered some injuries. I'm pretty sure Fiebig suffered a tweaked ankle while Sabali was crushed by a screen, or it's the other way around, but I'm pretty sure I said it right. So that's really bad for Germany, but they've been hooping. They've been playing really well, and I'm excited to see how they play if those two are healthy against USA in the last game, because that should be a really good matchup. Australia beats Canada 70-65. From what I've read, not a convincing win for Australia against a Canadian team that is not good that much, that does not play with good chemistry. So that's what it is. And France against Nigeria won 75-54. It was a really fun and entertaining first half, and then France just pulled away and left Nigeria behind them. But still, Nigeria got their first win. They've been impressive. They've been fun. So good for them. And France, obviously, at home, they have some of the better players doing their part, and obviously they are heading towards a win in their group, which is obviously what they want and what they need if they want to get some medals from basketball this tournament. Then the USA team beat Belgium 87-74. It wasn't as close as it was in February, where it was a 2-point game. And it was Aja and Stewie just playing together, and it's just absurd, right? The way those two can play off of each other and together, the way they drive the ball, the way they get to the free throw line, the way they rebound, the way they push the pace. The jumpers are, of course, great. The mid-range game for both of them is money. And defensively, they're both locked down, essentially. They're both locked down and incredible rim protectors. So that duo is just fucking absurd and insane. Some of the guard play has not been as great, and some of the size differences were intriguing, and Belgium had enough size and length to really at least make it as tough as it gets for Aja and Stewie, which was fun and intriguing. And Emma Miesemann continues to just be an incredible player. She is just a bucket, one of the best mid-rangers also. They played really well with their size. I thought they moved off the ball really well, which led to some miscommunications for the US team on the defensive end. And this game was really physical. I felt like there were so many physical just battles happening, right? On drives, whenever you catch the ball in the paint, whether it was Aja or Stewie, they were really fucking physical with the US, which, I mean, I've learned that last year already, but this year only solidifies it how much more physical the game is for the women players than it is for the men players. Even though in FIBA it's obviously much more. It's not that big of a difference compared to WNBA, NBA. That's the thing. And the Olympics Day 7 are here, which is just the men's are playing. First we have Japan against Brazil. Will be an intriguing matchup. Both teams obviously scrapping for their first win. Japan blew it against France. So as long as obviously Rui Hachimura is playing, I think Japan will win this, but I think it will be a tough matchup. It will be close matchup. So I don't know. Brazil has a lot of fight. They play with a lot of energy. They have some 3 guys. They have some lengthy guys that can knock down the 3 ball. While Japan obviously is a lot smaller. So I'm gonna go Brazil. Actually. Yeah, that's what I think. Australia against Greece. I mean, that's Australia all day long. I would love Giannis to cook, but Drew Eubanks, what? Jock Landale is out there, so that's some rim protection against him. They will obviously stack the paint, and it's up to the other Greece players to do something. While Giannis obviously dominates in the transition game in terms of drives. We'll see how well they fight off screens of Giannis, but that's how it will work at the end of the day. We'll see. But Australia has played incredibly well. They have a lot of shot makers. I don't think Greece has the personnel like Canada did to stop the guard play for Australia. And yeah, we'll see how Jock Landale against Papagiannis and against the bigs of Greece will be an intriguing matchup, and that could be where Greece could gain the advantage. But I'm going with Australia with how they've played and how they move the ball, how Josh Giddey looks comfortable, how they play off of each other. The movement looks really good. Swing, shoots. Just good ball from Australia, so I think they're gonna win. Canada against Spain, I'm going Canada. Spain has been impressive and they've been fighting really well, but Canada is probably the second or third best team in the tournament. They've been playing really well. I think they can only play better. RJ Barrett is sensational. I don't think they have any good personnel for them. We'll see how Santi Aldama looks against the big men of Canada. We'll see if Canada can get Jamal Murray and Trey Lyles going, or if they will once again go Cam Burch, or maybe Kelly Olynyk can get more minutes. We'll see how those big rotations for Canada will work, because that's what is missing truly, right? Like a true big man for these Olympics, which would be Zach Edey, for example, right? That's what is missing for FIBA tournaments for Canada, and they're trying to find that in one of those players. And probably Cam Burch is the guy that fits the most in that mold. And then France against Germany, I'm going Germany. I like Germany's intensity. I think they have faster, better players. The question is, how will Schroeder adjust? Will he check more 3-pointers against this Wemby, Rudy, obviously, tandem? Will Rudy even start again? That's an intriguing question, right? But Franz Wagner should do his thing. They don't have, I would say, anyone to truly bother him. Mo Wagner will be tough and physical with all of these, obviously with Wemby, which will be an intriguing matchup. Daniel Theis could stretch the floor for them. I mean, they both can stretch the floor. So how will France generate their offense from the guard play will be an intriguing question, because I would say Germany has a lot of dogs defensively there. And the three-point battle will be intriguing here, but I'm going Germany because of, I would say, I don't know if they have the best players, but I think they have the better chemistry. I think they have more shot creators offensively, and they're as tight as France is defensively, even tighter probably, because I don't think France has been that impressive defensively when you think about it. So those are my thoughts about Olympics. We had NBA news from 1st of August. As always, be kind to yourself and to others. Take care of your mental health, take care of your health if you can. If you can't, just hang on, keep fighting. Hey, as long as there is hope, we can just keep fighting. I'll keep you in my thoughts. And as always, be kind to yourself and others. Like I said, be gentle with yourselves and just be. I'll catch you all tomorrow for another yesterday's NBA news.